How, in your experience, has alternative forms of funding like the one Brand Capital brings to the table, how do you, in your experience, how has that worked out?
So we've always, looked at players which are going to create new categories, okay? Because we believe that at the end of the day, patients want care. Whether it is multi-speciality format or single format is incidental to them. They come because they want care. So a lot of our investments, like for example, Thyrocare, HCG, Richfield and all you've seen, all of them have been category creators. They've created new categories. So they may have started very small, but they became very big because they were catering to a need of the consumer, right? So that's how we've looked at those. And in that new category creation, the brand visibility is a very important ingredient, and that is what we have provided, right? So as against, in the earlier stages, about 7-8 years back, we were supporting people who were trying to create brands in the asset-heavy space. In fact, now with the new Springboard model, we have gone completely into asset-light space. So we're saying there are enough assets which already exist in the country. So you can create a services model on top of it, a brand-led services model. So for example, Lifespan is one of our investments in that domain. So we would always target category creators, new category creators, and not necessarily chase a category which has already been established.
I think most healthcare companies are now realizing that, brand awareness is also a very integral part of the entire business thesis. And of course, what you guys are doing is something unique in that sense. So that, if I come to you, obviously we're talking about these new segments, but there's still a plethora of investment opportunities still in hospitals and diagnostics and med devices. What kind of differentiators do you look for when you're investing or evaluating some of these opportunities? And maybe let's take a specific